Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Spam Emails podcast. In today's episodes, we're doing conspiracy theories. And with us today, we got Cold Dog, Dylan, Mozetti, and Raul. How are you guys today?
Pretty good.
Doing all right. You know how it is.
You didn't just let me come in high energy and I get a great. Like, come on, guys. High energy. Let's do this. Woo!
This is the highest energy you're getting out of me, right?
All right. Well, I think we got a bunch of stories for today, right? Some short, some long, stuff like that. But yeah, so who's kicking us off? Mozetti? You?
Yep.
All right, dope.
Hold on, let me stretch. Okay. I cleared my throat too. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
All right. So, everybody here has either watched Pokemon or played Pokemon before. So I'm gonna start it off with this one, all right? So, this conspiracy theory is, I'm gonna sum it down. It's basically, after the first 5 episodes, Ash is just in a coma for the rest of it, for 20 plus years. So, because through all of Pokemon, Ash is still 10 years old. Okay?
Is he really?
Still 10 years old. Yeah. Like, today's Pokemon, Ash is still 10 years old.
Really?
So, yeah, it's like...
Oh, crap.
Characters not aging is a common thing, but...
Are you?
Yeah.
I've heard this before, and it's...
So, in episode 1,
sense.
he fell out of a bike accident and fell into a coma. So, everything after that episode has just been his imagination in his coma.
Oh,
But
crap.
there's also a theory that it started whenever Pikachu first shocked him, and that's when he got in the coma. But I believe it's the bike one because kids being dumb probably went down. He probably bombed a Master Hill.
I did that one time. Like, really hurt my ankle. Not my ankle.
I could watch kids fall off a bike anytime.
Bro,
Okay.
they're
Hilarious.
so funny to watch. Oh my god.
Kids falling off bikes. It's like, it's comedy
Top tier
shows.
comedy.
Kids falling off bikes.
Actually
then-
true.
So it's like, this is bad. The people he meets are manifestations of his inner psyche, and the adventures or trials he must overcome to escape his own mind and return to the real world, like trying to wake up out of the coma.
Oh.
And it's basically he's constantly discovering new Pokemon that presumably have been around since the start of his journey. It's just he hasn't seen them before. So it's like him thinking of it in his coma, trying to keep his brain active to keep going.
Huh.
And I don't know.
I can see it.
Can I just go back to watching Pokemon and seeing him go after Charizard?
I mean,
I don't need all this stuff, all these big words.
big words.
And like
Coma?
the people that he interacts with are just new doctors coming in.
Yeah. There's Dylan with the big words again.
Doctor?
Who would
Like
doctor?
every new person he meets is just like a new doctor that comes in or something.
I mean, yeah, could be. And then he's just,
It's
got a
me.
Pokemon battle.
That's him fighting people
Huh.
in real life.
Straight
I mean, I
gatting
can
people
see
down.
it. That's not as far-fetched as some conspiracy theories I've heard. I've heard some crazy
Okay,
ones.
well, the shots
Oh,
fired.
you're about to get one that's far fetched from you after.
Oh, God.
So,
So,
Not too good at fetch.
holy crap. So, Ash is just in a coma. He's just,
yeah,
He's
just in a coma. He's been in one for 22 years?
So Jesse and James just
Well-
aren't real?
No.
Dear
How
God.
else are they gonna? That makes sense because dude, they
'Cause
get like
I don't
blasted.
see a Meowth talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cat. They don't talk.
I ain't never seen a Meowth.
I took some LSD one time, and I seen about 3 or 4 cats talking to me.
I'm telling you, this cat was talking.
Cat was talking.
On
He's making
another
money
level.
moves.
Red bottoms.
So yeah, that's basically my first one. I just
Bottoms?
summarized it tonight.
Gotcha,
Red
gotcha.
bottoms.
Dang. That's got me thinking. That's a conspiracy theory right there. Got you thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's what me and Ralph talked about earlier. They get you thinking.
There's a lot
And
about like
dolphins.
animes and cartoons and shit that are just like, damn. Like there's a lot about SpongeBob and stuff too, like with Miss
Yeah.
Puff and stuff like that.
I skipped
Huh?
that
He's a
one.
pedophile.
I
Huh?
skipped that one and I went to a different show because this one is This
No,
one's
no, no.
deep.
We can't skip over that. Coleman, what did you just say?
That's a conspiracy theory in my brain that she's a pedophile.
Mrs. Puff?
Yep, it's in my brain. I'm coming up with it right now.
You know,
If
I
that's the
Why else
case,
would she boom
SpongeBob
on
would
people?
have had his license way earlier. If that was the case.
No,
No,
that's
he
why.
wouldn't,
That's why
'cause-
he don't have it yet. Cause
Yeah.
she likes to
she's
look at
grooming
SpongeBob.
him?
Yeah.
Grooming the.
Hey, yo!
And if he gets his license, he won't be around no more.
Dear God. Is it,
Ooh.
how
He'll
old
be like-
is he?
I think it's like something along the lines
SpongeBob?
of she's an ex-convict or something because of some boarding school accident that happened
pedophile.
somewhere else, and so she's under a different alias in Bikini Bottom, and it like goes in depth about it and shit. Like it's weird as fuck. Like
Mrs.
there's
Puff
so
is a
much
felon?
stuff.
I don't believe this. I think you're going to say
Well, I
she's
mean-
like cooking crack or something.
No, there was an episode where she went to prison.
Yeah, and like it goes very in depth about it. Like on YouTube, I watched a YouTube video. This dude like straight hardcore went into this shit, and I'm like, jeez,
Bro, he straight accused her.
And there's so much shit that like points to it. It's insane.
Jesus, man.
You hear
Holy
about
crap.
the Krabby Patty thing?
What about crab meat?
Yeah, about it being crab meat and why Mr. Krabs is the only crab in Bikini Bottom.
Makes sense.
And that-
Whoa.
That would be making sense.
And then
Huh?
the chum bucket is just, ground up fish, like leftovers. And that's why no one eats there.
I'd eat it.
I'm so lost. Jesus, man. So, holy crap. So, crab meat, ground up fish.
I mean, it makes sense. Krabby Patty.
I didn't even think about that. Dear God. Oh, my. I'll
Or it's
never
just the
watch
fact that he's a
another
crab.
cartoon again. Holy crap, man. We got to get off this cartoon topic. Jesus, y'all are ruining my childhood. All right, who's next? Ralph? Someone like that? I think, wasn't it? Is that
Get
what
her
we
done,
decided?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Raul, let's
So-
do this.
Mine is kind of short because it kind of self-explanatory.
Mhm.
But it's all humans are dead.
Like me?
Like yeah, we're all dead. So hear me out. So you know the phrase life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah.
Well, it's been scientifically proven that your brain remains active for roughly 7 minutes when you die. So, since you're pretty much dead, you don't know that you're dead, right? Because it's kind of like, oh, wait, I'm dead. No, don't happen. So, what it is those 7 minutes is your life flashing before your eyes.
Like your whole life?
So, yeah. So pretty much we're living our memories right now.
Jesus.
I was
So,
just about to
that's-
ask that.
And like when we die, when
changed
like
my memories.
we die, it's our 7 minutes are up
Jesus.
because we've went through all of our memories.
Damn, that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think about this a lot. Like not this one. But
I never do this intoxicated.
but
I'm already there.
what if when we have near death experiences, what if we actually die and someone like say I almost get hit by a car, but to somebody else I did get hit by that car, but in my timeline I'm still living up until I die of old age. But all those near death experiences in somebody else's timeline, I really died.
almost like a parallel universe.
Yeah. So, like, say somebody gets killed in my timeline, I see them as dead, but in their timeline, they're really still alive. I don't know if I'm explaining that the way that it's going on in my head, but
Not
So,
on my
that makes
monocle. That's
sense
what
to
I'd
me.
say. I didn't get
so
hit.
you guys can talk about how you're living your death, but whenever I say people see different colors, I'm an idiot. I see how it is.
I think that
Honestly,
was-
the more
I think that's
thought
pretty
about
cool.
it,
I
it
mean,
makes
I
sense.
I
think
believe
that's
that.
right.
I've always believed
'Cause
that
people
since,
have
like, middle
different-
school.
Thank you.
yeah, people have different like views on
Always believed it.
like they have different taste and shit. Like, so
'Cause-
people see different colors. Like, say I like this white wall, Y'all might not like
When
this
I
one.
first started streaming,
Y'all
I
see it
talked about
differently.
that color theory,
racist.
and people thought I was crazy. Literally
You're
thought
crazy,
I
though.
was like full on crazy. I was like, look, listen. And I explained it to them, and people still think I'm crazy about it.
If they don't understand it fully, then they're gonna think you're crazy.
So
Because,
the best way to describe it is I see blue one way, but my blue could be your purple. And people like
We
listen to
both
that.
classified as blue.
Yeah, but since we're both taught it was purple or taught it was blue, then we see it as blue. But in reality, my blue's Coleman's red, but it's Ralph's green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, say
My
the
name was
teacher's
Ralph,
showing blue on the screen.
Mhm.
You could be seeing red.
And
This
it's
guy could be
titled
seeing
blue.
blue, and it's titled
Yeah,
blue.
And I was
So
going
their-
crazy.
their red's gonna be there.
Bro.
I mean it.
So
I
I mean, we
just
never
literally-
know. I
People
mean,
green.
at work the other day, I was like, if everyone had the same taste of everything, the world would be boring.
That's
Because,
true.
like,
Cilantro
we're all
tastes like
taught-
dish soap.
no, not like
Oh,
not fully,
I thought the same thing. Ethan.
not fully taste, but like, if we all like the same thing, the world would be boring. Oh my God.
He was full like blown ready. He was like, I'm standing behind this. Do you see how big his eyes got too?
bro. Okay, it does taste like dish soap. I'm gonna be honest. So,
Okay. Hey,
my
you
bad.
got-
My bad. I didn't mean to ruin your thing there.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what your niche taste of that is. Okay, some other
guess.
people think it's really
If
good.
everyone tasted
think it
dish
tastes
soap,
like
we
dish
wouldn't
soap?
eat it.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's like if people all like the same thing, the world would be plain and boring.
Hmm.
And if everyone thinks the same way, there's really nothing else that we could progress in this world because we all think the same way about the same thing.
fucking go
No
off.
new advancements in technology. No new advancements in medicine or anything.
No, you're right. You're right. So,
I got one thing.
what's up?
This is not a conspiracy, but I found this out that blew my mind. I just gotta state it. Did you know like every star you see out there is at a different point in time? Because light travels at a different point of speed, so it's at a different. Every star you see is a different point in time.
Up there?
Yeah,
Like
So
when I
if we
look up
see,
and I see
like-
one star here and here.
Like
it's
if we
not
see a
there in
star
real life.
disappear, that shit could have happened like 100,000 years ago.
Yeah, it
Huh?
could have like it could have that star could have like went out 100,000 years ago.
And the light's just now getting to us because of light years. So light travels only so fast. So by the time it gets to us, it could be like 100,000 years.
So most of the some of the stars that we're seeing now have been dead for probably 20, 30,000 years.
Wait, are stars living?
I mean, they're burning.
Oh, so you mean they're just gone?
They're like,
Wait, you
they're
meant
like-
dead. I was like, wait, stars are living organisms? I was like, wait a minute. Another conspiracy theory. Let's go.
Hey, listeners, can you tell that Ethan is intoxicated?
Look, I'm like two
Like that.
margaritas deep. I'm not like super drunk, but I'm like
And a
enough
White
to where I
Claw.
couldn't drive. You know what I'm saying? Like if I hopped in the car, you better grab the keys. You know what I'm saying?
and a
Like,
White Claw.
oh, and a claw. You're right, baby. All right.
Call me baby.
My bad.
Ain't no laws when you got the claw.
It ain't no laws, cold dog. You know what I'm saying?
The margaritas though, that's what ruined you here.
Oh, those got me going. Holy crap. All right,
But,
so who do we got next? Was it Mozetti going back to him?
Wait, well,
I got
was Ralph
Ralph.
done?
I got-
Ralph
that's
ain't
what I was
done.
doing. Well, no,
Ralph
I
ain't
was
done.
done with that one, but I got a little add-on thingy.
Oh, got the DLC.
Well, I mean, not really. It's just kind of a side topic type thing, but you're funny. Lol. Lol.
Jeez. Okay, well, there goes my ego.
EA representative over here.
But I was talking to Madison about
Uh-huh.
it earlier, and she said she's even thought about it. Have
If
you
we
ever
were
just
dead?
sat there and no, not
Oh.
about. It's not about that. It's a totally different topic.
Oh,
Have you ever sat there and thought to yourself, maybe you're the only like actual person and everybody around you?
100%.
every fucking
Every
day.
day. Yes. I'm just waiting for the day everyone rises up and tries to fight me, and I just have my Glock, one box of ammo, and extended clip, and I'm just going to town. You know what I'm saying?
Or it's like people think
You think
they're
you're the main character.
and
Yeah.
everyone else is the NPC.
My camera
so like,
froze.
Yep. Pretty much.
Why did my camera freeze? Hold on. There we go. Sorry.
Cold Dog just living his best life over here.
Wait, how'd
That's
you do
Discord's
that?
party. That's Discord's
I don't
party
know.
for their birthday.
Is it?
Go into your
I don't want to do it on the podcast, but no, I have 100% thought about that. What if I'm fighting robots? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Because one day you
It's
guys.
not even. It's
are
not
not
even that
real.
you're fighting. It's just like everybody's robots except for you.
No, before I die, you guys are going to try and fight me. I know it. The boys will try and kill
I'm
me.
already ready to
Wow.
fight you.
What? Coleman fights me all the time, anyways.
I'll
Coleman,
be right back. I'm gonna leave you with the birthday
are
party.
you going to sing his happy birthday to Discord? No? All right. See you later, I guess. Should we go ahead?
You want like a goose over here?
All right. So while Cold Dog's gone, let's just go ahead and get into the next topic. Who we got? Mozetti again? And then Dylan.
goes
Then...
back to me.
Yes, sir.
All right. You ready?
I was
So-
born ready. Oh,
I gotta choose which one I want to do.
flip a coin.
Whip it out.
I'll do the first one. All right.
Okay.
So the Rugrats, right? We all know the Rugrats. It's a lovely
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking about like the
kids
little
show,
kids ones or like?
Nickelodeon.
does it
Yeah,
not
yeah,
matter?
the little kids ones. So
What
what
are
if
the
I told
Rugrats
you there was a
thinking?
theory?
Is it there a
that-
teenage one?
Yeah,
They're all
there's all
grown
grown up.
Okay, well Coleman just said which one was I thinking, so I was just making sure.
So how would you feel if there was a theory that the whole series is based off of Angelica's imagination,
Heard that one.
and that none of the kids are real but Angelica?
Let me do some research. And
Angelica's the girl with the
Little blonde
ponytails.
haired girl. That's
Oh.
mean.
Oh, yeah. I could see it. Oh, that one, yeah. hmm I can see
Okay,
it.
so it goes off saying that Chucky died a long time ago with his mom, because his mom does not show up in the series whatsoever,
Well, in
And
the
that's
movie,
why
the Rugrat movie, she
yeah.
died.
and that's why his dad is a nervous
Huh?
wreck throughout the whole show. And then, so Tommy was dead at birth, and that's why his dad is constantly in the basement making toys for the son that he never got the chance to have. Oh man, yeah. So
We ain't never doing conspiracy theories again, bro.
Yeah.
This got me depressed.
and so the DeVille's
Jesus.
family had an abortion, and that's the two twins. And Angelica couldn't figure out if it was a boy or a girl, so she made up both of them in her mind. And so from there, they're a figment of her imagination. But then, and all grown up, she becomes a bipolar schizophrenic who's addicted to
Jesus.
various narcotics, and she brings back her childhood memories of growing up with those kids that she didn't know. So she's obsessed over everything. So with between the past and her present and that show, she's imagined these kids, grown up with these kids, and then graduated high school with these kids that she's never fully known.
That just never
And then-
existed.
Yeah.
Holy.
And it says she was constantly taking hits of acid so she would never have to live without those kids.
Jesus.
So basically, she was using drugs to see her childhood friends to adapt.
She really
to
liked me.
not- Yeah. But yeah.
Jesus.
It's a deep thing. It goes longer. I just summarized it
You hit
down because I
bullet
don't want to keep
points.
talking for forever. Yeah.
I got you. Holy
Because
crap,
then
man.
it also talks about her mom was addicted to drugs before she had Angelica, and so it started then. But I decided to cut that part out because that was the
Yeah.
main part I wanted to get.
I thought you were going to say because that was too far. I was like, oh, that was too far. Jesus,
that was
man.
too far.
That's. Holy crap. That's out there.
He's over
Jesus.
here ruining childhoods.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't doing conspiracy theories again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if we do another one, I have to not do cartoons because there are so many I could have done.
Jesus, Coleman. You've got to stop flashbanging yourself during podcasts. That's the 2 times in a row. Holy crap, man.
Well, I've got my Google's on dark mode, but it still flashbang me.
It's not dark.
I live my life
Jesus.
on dark mode.
Okay.
Retweet.
I don't know what
Holy
you said
crap.
like okay for. I'm just telling you how it is.
Veteran.
Holy, bro, y'all got me thinking about these topics. Holy crap. If I'm dead, would you guys tell me?
No.
How would we know? We may be dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
how
yeah,
would we
good
tell
point.
you? That's what I'm saying.
So what I have thought about, I haven't really thought about what if I was dead. Have you guys watched Rick and Morty? Like,
Yes.
Rick.
you know how
Rick.
he goes into like the headset, like lives a full life? What if that's what I'm doing? Living like a full life in a video game.
VR
Thought about
headset.
that too.
Have you?
What if
Simulation?
Yeah.
What if we're really like superheroes
simulation.
and then we're in
Ooh.
like they put us in like a fucking life simulator thing? Made it like this is our hell. We gotta live like the worst possible fucking life.
I'm living it.
And we think it's just normal. And really, they take that shit off. We're superheroes.
I'm a billionaire.
Be pretty wild.
Billionaire
Oh.
Bruce Wayne.
Well, whoever's controlling my life is not doing a great job of it. Maybe do some cool stuff.
True.
Need a lot more
We're not in
drugs and
control.
alcohol.
We're being
Hey, you
forced
guys ever
to
work
live
so
it.
much?
We don't know.
Bro, no, but like,
Crazy.
what if whenever I die, it's just like game over across my screen? I pull off the headset.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
I ain't gonna say this. Like, in game, I'd probably kill myself. Like, in game, of course.
I would probably eat a Glock.
That,
I just
in
randomly
game,
thought of something.
He said a rock. He said it.
Don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah, rock, of course.
So, you know how the world is constantly changing? Everything is being
Uh-huh.
simplified. Not like
Simplified,
dumbed down
yes.
now. Because now you can't do certain things without offending a certain group. So, like, now,
Cancel culture. Damn.
do you think prisons would change the way it happens?
No, I think everyone
Like-
should go to prison.
They would just send this person at home, put them in a VR station, and serve a fake prison sentence at home.
Well, that's the thing. They're doing that. Like they've done that.
Really?
Yeah, they've got a thing now to where you can live up to 1,000 years in prison with a fucking VR headset.
What?
Well, I was just.
And then
literally
it'll be-
thinking
it'll be
about
like
it.
a couple
It's
days.
true.
It'll be like a couple of days for them, but for everybody else, like, well, it'll be a couple of days for us, but it'd be like 1,000 years for them.
Jesus.
I've heard about something like
I
that.
read that. Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
literally
What I
that's
read
fucked up.
wasn't about a VR. It was like some sort of medicine.
Well, yeah, I mean,
medicine that could
it's
give
like
them.
yeah, something
And
like
it made
that.
them feel
but
like they lived like 100 years in prison, but they were only in there for like a day.
That's
I'm-
weird 'cause
so-
it's
people,
fucking
like,
crazy.
This might be messed up to say. How do you come out of that and not want to die? Like, actually, how do you come out of that
Literally,
and
like-
not want to be dead?
Well, a lot of people were pissed about it because I mean it's pretty fucked up.
It is 1,000 days, 1,000 years. That's insane.
But you'd come out of there a completely changed person.
Oh,
without a
I
100%.
doubt.
think it depends on the level of the crime that you've done.
Still,
Like,
But I mean,
holy,
I mean-
1,000 years in that fucking shit.
that's holy.
That's crazy shit.
It's like
Yeah.
the whole
Like
thing of would
halves.
you want to live forever? 1,000 years is basically forever. I'm gonna be honest. Like most people don't make it to 100. Making it to 1,000, 1,000 years, you're
most
gonna want to be
Americans
dead.
don't make it to
Bro,
100.
if I feel
That's what
like
I'm
I
saying.
do at 23, I don't want to be 1,000.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm,
just trying to make
I'm gonna be
it to
honest. I'm about
2060.
halfway to where I want to be.
Halfway.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
41 is your limit. Jeez, man.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm on the down end. Let's just go. Holy, bro, 1,000 years. That's insane. Jesus,
It's wild.
that's actually crazy. Holy crap. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be alive after 1,000 years. That's scuffed. Holy. Who do we got Dylan next, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but
sir.
before Dylan goes, I've also got another one
Mhm.
that's like kind of a side piece.
Have at it.
Hey, yo.
So I don't want to name names because this is somebody that me and Madison knows.
Mm-hmm.
But this person believes that cows are alien spies.
You didn't know that?
Huh?
I can see it.
No.
Okay, so
Actually?
hear me out. Hear me out. So in cartoons and movies about aliens, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
They're
okay.
always abducting cows.
Yeah.
So they're sending cows down to gather information on humans and then abducting them to get the information they gathered.
That's like saying people that put
Hey.
rats up their butt to get intel from their colon.
You don't do that.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Nah, bro. I couldn't believe that. Cows are pretty stupid.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
like
believe
people
it.
saying
I've got-
birds are surveillance cameras.
They
Yeah,
are.
it could be.
They're
Isn't
not.
that what you were gonna do yours
Ever
on?
seen a baby pigeon?
Wait, people actually.
Birds aren't real.
Wait, people think birds aren't real? Like, actually?
They're not real.
Yes,
Yeah.
people actually think birds.
Does
aren't
anyone
real.
here legitimately, like, would bet
Oh,
money
no,
that
no.
they're surveillance
You ever
cameras?
seen a baby pigeon?
Yes, you can Google a picture right now.
I have a chicken farm.
No, baby pigeon. Chickens are real.
Dang,
I gotta
Dylan,
eat
you're getting surveillanced a lot, man. They're really watching you. No, but
Watching every
Well, I've seen
angle
the
of your
ins and
life.
outs of a chicken, so
I
they're
don't.
pretty
me
real.
too.
Don't
I've
you just
seen
be
the ins and
circuit
outs, too.
boards?
Code word for CIA.
No, I don't think I've ever
Speaking
met
of the
anyone.
CIA,
Oh, jeez, I was about to say, okay, go off, I guess. I don't think
CIA.
I've,
CIA is a fraud.
I don't think I've met anyone that thinks birds are actually like surveillance cameras and actually believed it. That's like thinking the world's flat. Like it's not.
well, no one's gonna admit to that.
I've seen multiple people that think the world is flat.
Yeah, there's a
How?
lot of people.
I don't know. There's
Oh,
a
my
ton of
camera.
celebrities that think the world is flat. So,
Bro, that's stupid. People are idiots.
It's because it is. I mean, it's obviously flat.
like
Oh, yeah,
Kyrie
of course.
Irving thinks the planet's flat.
Huh?
Kyrie Irving thinks the world is flat.
When I throw my ball, it don't instantly go down. So, like, bro, what? People are
I've seen the
stupid.
videos of flat earthers getting proved wrong by their own things. Have you seen those where they do do
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
like the video on it? They're like, this will prove that it's not curved, and then it shows that it's curved. They're like, what?
Wait,
Oh,
wait a minute.
wrong test.
It was something
We got an
about,
error.
there was one that was like pushing a flashlight, like beaming a flashlight through a hole in a cardboard box,
Yeah.
and that it wouldn't form a circle if there's enough. And it completely formed a circle, and they're like, no, it's not right. It's
Y'all
not
know
right.
that the Earth isn't round. It's actually oval.
Is it?
Yes.
I actually didn't know
I'm
that.
gonna
I thought it was
I'm
round.
gonna commit Sudoku.
Jesus.
The game.
Wait, yeah, that's okay. Well, you do that, Cold Dog. Have a great time.
You could have said the other one. I don't think anyone was going to get that.
What is the
from
other one?
watching. Seppuku.
That's it.
What? I didn't even get it.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Well, you got to think. A group of people we listen to have a song with another
Suicide
person
Boys.
called Seppuku.
Oh,
I don't even know what that word means.
I think
Take
you did now.
Suicide Boys and Drop the Boys.
Like Japanese word or something.
The suicide, is that what it means?
Money-eyed.
Yeah.
I thought that was like, putting a sword in your belly or something.
Yeah, that's what it is. This on there. All right, Dylan, go ahead. We're getting sidetracked.
yeah, we got really sidetracked there. My bad.
Stay sidetracked.
It's all good. I'm probably gonna fucking butcher all
Got
this.
my
But
sidetrack mind.
y'all gonna be like, wow, that makes absolutely 0 sense. So let's get it.
You know, what? I'm giving you my full
All right.
attention.
So, as we all know, on November 22nd, 1963, at around 12:30 p.m. in Dallas, Texas, old JFK was riding on down
Oh,
through
Jesus.
through the
I
We're
like
going
these conspiracy
JFK.
theories.
Okay, let me just lean my chair back a little bit.
You might want to lean forward. That's where your mistake was. That's where his mistake was
Lean
too.
back.
Lean forward.
Why is your camera
his
off?
mistake was having a fucking convertible.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
We had the hard top, I tell you
Oh,
what.
convertible.
We said
I don't
on
remember
hard tops,
JFK.
baby.
so he was riding in his presidential motorcade through Dealey Plaza, something like that, when 3 shots were fired. So Oswald, the shooter, Lee Harvey Oswald, was held up in the 6th floor of the Texas School Bank Depository when Kennedy was shot twice out of 3 bullets. So Oswald shot 3 bullets, one right in the back of Kennedy's head, came out through his neck, one right in the back of his head, come out right here. Then he was
Jesus.
rushed to Parkland Memorial Hospital and was pronounced dead 30 minutes later at 1 p.m. So about 45 minutes after assassinating Kennedy, Oswald shot and killed Dallas police officer J.D. Tippit on a local street. He then slipped into a movie theater where he was arrested for Tippit's murder. Oswald was charged with the assassination of Kennedy. So 2 days later, Oswald was fatally shot by local nightclub owner Jack Ruby on live television in the basement of Dallas Police Headquarters. And despite forensic, ballistic, and eyewitness evidence supporting the officials' findings, public opinion polls have shown that most Americans still do believe that the official version doesn't tell the whole truth of the events, and the assassination spawned numerous conspiracy theories. Obviously, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, all right. So to talk about Lee Harvey Oswald, he joined the Marines, and while he was in...
Bro, Cold Dog getting lit up is so funny.
It's so don't be worried about me over here. I'm over here playing zombies.
And then just boom, and you're there like... I'm sorry.
But while he was in the Marines, he was court-martialed twice. If you don't know what that means, it's pretty much just military court that decides if you're guilty or not. And he was jailed, and then he was later honorably released from active duty, and he was placed in the reserves. After all that shit went down, he flew to Russia, got married, returned to the U.S., settled in Dallas. So here's the first conspiracy theory that is kind of the most well-known, and a lot of people believe it, is that the CIA did it. So the way that goes is that Kennedy was tired of what the CIA was doing, trying to kill... What is your deal?
So you weren't joking earlier whenever you said, speaking of CIA, you could have actually went off with that. I thought that was a joke. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. My bad.
So anyways, Kennedy, the running theory is that Kennedy was tired of what the CIA was doing, with trying to kill Fidel Castro. And he might try to disband the CIA. And can't have all that shit. So they ordered the killing of the president, which was Kennedy. And later on, after the assassination, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, he would obviously be appointed president. But here's the thing that's a little interesting about that.
Uh-huh.
Lyndon B. Johnson appointed Allen Dulles. Okay? Allen Dulles used to be the head of the CIA. Until he was fired by Kennedy. They fucking hated each other. And Lyndon B. Johnson hired Allen Dulles to investigate the Kennedy assassination.
Oh.
So if there was an inside job...
He's the man for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they determined that Oswald acted alone. So... Oswald, he was an active supporter of like Soviet-backed Cuba, shit like that. So he was in the Russian embassy in Mexico City, and everybody knows like they know like who he talked to and everything while he was there, but they don't know what they talked about while he was there. So that's speculation. Who knows? But a few weeks later, Oswald shoots Kennedy. So. Documents released by Trump in 2017 came out, but they left out all the good juicy shit, so nobody knows what's going on there. But here's another one that I personally believe happened. What is so funny, you diggity?
He's not even listening. He's watching his TV.
I don't blame him. This is like fucking boomer shit.
I'm playing Forza.
I was watching him just going,
Playing Forza, man.
he looks so depressed listening to this. I'm interested in Coleman's like...
I seen his face the second I started talking about it.
He's like, God,
I'm telling
he was
you,
all cheerful.
him
And
and JFK again. God, just...
this fucking guy.
I already know about this one. I already know what the real thing is. Nobody wants to listen to me, though.
What's the real thing, then?
They shot him from the car.
The driver. That is another. I didn't bring that one in.
Driver just goes, "Hey, buddy," just
yeah.
like,
why did you run out the back?
I'll get into that later.
I'll wait for you to get into that.
I don't have the driver in that. I'm not discussing the second shooter, but that is like a well-known
second
theory.
shooter.
Yeah, that's like
What they
a
did.
big thing in JFK. Is there's a second shooter
Yeah, two.
because
Two
the
of 'em.
fucking shots were fired like extremely fast.
Bang, bang,
Hey,
bang, with a bolt action. Wow.
You ever
He's
seen
not-
me
you
in
don't have-
Airsoft? Baby, I racked that sugar.
He don't have all them perks for the fully loaded and all.
Oh, that's a good
I
point.
hate
Warzone.
you.
He don't have that fast reload.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He ain't Cold Dog.
He don't have all the perks.
But this is the main one.
Yeah,
Is
could
that-
really be missing Juggernaut?
For real, man.
It's that the mob did it. So the way this goes is that Kennedy made a deal with the mob, like with his dad, because his dad was a big public figure, to get him in office. And like he made a bunch of promises to them, and he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. Because right when he got in office, he just cut ties with the mob. He didn't do anything with them. He was completely against it. They started signing bills like "fuck the mob," this, that, and the other. You in the mob and somebody doing that to you. Anyways, but so off topic, Oswald, he was clearly a communist. And so there's just this fucking random guy that hates Kennedy. Who better to fucking do it? He's got clear motive. He hates the fucking guy. So they make a deal with Oswald. Oswald pulls the trigger. They're not going to send one of their own guys to do it because they don't want to kill their own guy to silence them. So in Oswald's interrogation, he denied full responsibility for the killing, claiming that he was a patsy. If you don't know what a patsy is, it's a guy taking the cover, blah, 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 taking the blame for it. That's when old Jack Ruby comes into all of it.
Who?
Jack Ruby, the guy that shot and killed
Oh.
Lee Harvey Oswald. So Jack Ruby, he was a nightclub owner. And keep in mind that in his testimony, he's like, he just didn't like that Kennedy got killed. Anyways, we'll get to that. But before that, he grew up in Chicago, and he was a runner for Al Capone. So clearly he has ties for the mob. And but he's mostly known for killing Lee Harvey Oswald. And so about 48 hours after Oswald killed Kennedy, the police were escorting Oswald in the basement of Dallas Police Station, and Ruby walked up, shot him on live TV.
Jesus. Can you
And-
still find that
The
clip
cherry?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, it's on the
find all of
news.
these clips.
of
Mm-hmm.
Lee? Wait,
You can
Oswald?
find the Kennedy
You can find
assassination. You can
everything.
find
I
literally
knew you
all
could
of it.
find the
You know what else you could find?
JFK assassination. I didn't know about Oswald. That's crazy. What can you find, Cold Dog?
My really cool trick shotting clips from Modern Warfare 2.
Dylan's like, I ain't gonna talk about that. Just we go past that.
But anyways, he claimed his reasons for killing Oswald was from rage of the president being shot. But it's believed Jack Ruby owed a lot of money to the mob to pay his debts. He had to kill Oswald. Easy trade. You go to prison. In that time, they can live pretty much in fucking royalty. I mean, the mob just pays off the guards. You sneak anything in there. Who gives a fuck?
I'm so
Yeah,
glad
the
someone
mob
else believes
owns-
that.
What?
Do what?
Because I used to say the mob and the mafia used to run prisons and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
like that, and no one really believed me. And I was like,
Oh, 100%.
back then you could have snuck anything in. The guards could see you; they wouldn't do anything about it because they're
I
being
didn't know
snuck
For
by
a
the
few
mob.
bucks, they don't give a shit. But
Don't
so
blame
back to the whole how Trump released those documents in 2017. Well, it pulled up a document from 1977 from the investigation of Kennedy. And it says, recently, a group manager in the Dallas Intelligence Division received information from a confidential informant that might be helpful in the investigation of the Kennedy assassination. The informant stated that on the morning of the assassination, Jack Ruby contacted him and asked if he would like to watch the fireworks. He was with Jack Ruby and standing at the corner of the Postal Annex building facing the Texas School Book Depository building, which is where Oswald shot Kennedy from at the time of the shooting. The informant's name is Bob Vanderslice, and he relayed the message to the FBI in 1977. If he's telling the truth, then Jack Ruby was standing in the crowd who witnessed the assassination and seemed to have prior knowledge as to what was going to happen by his fireworks comment. Now, that's a little interesting, but now here's what puts the cherry on top for me.
Huh? Yeah.
Michael Francis.
Who?
If y'all don't know who that is,
Nope.
he was a mob boss in the 80s and 90s. And in 1986, I think it was 1986, I think it was Fortune magazine released the 50 biggest mob bosses. And Michael Francis was number 18 on that list. So I would say he's well knowledged, but he was part of the Colombo family. That is very well known. He was a made man.
But it was not
Which-
very good.
You don't
When you
fuck
don't
with a
mess
made
with
man. Yeah, you don't fuck with a made man. And he went to prison, did time, this, that, and the other, and then he got out, and then he decided to get away from it. And that's a whole other story. You can watch him. Anyways, that's the link we're gonna drop. But anyways, so over the years, he heard stories from his dad, from Fat Tony, if y'all know who that is. Like he heard stories all through the mob that they had a hand in the Kennedy assassination. So he has a literal video just specifically for the Kennedy assassination. I think I sent it to you a few months ago, probably, that you probably didn't open. I don't blame you. But
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyways, his stories kind of like where the CIA and the mob had connection, like together. So they were working together in this whole deal because they had common interests. They had worked together before Fidel Castro, pretty much. So now, you're kind of wondering probably why they wouldn't just release all the fucking JFK. Hold on. Let me hold that thought. The brain's missing.
Huh? Wait, what?
Yeah, didn't the brain get lost in transport?
The president's brain is missing.
Literally.
How the fuck do they lose John F. Kennedy's brain?
Look, I'm not
They
saying
did an autopsy with a bunch of fucking hacks that had no idea what they were doing. Then the brain went missing.
Well, he
Look,
lost it first.
I'm not
not their fault.
saying I understand it, but if I found the president's brain, I'd take it. Okay. I don't know what I would do with it, but if I found the president's brain, I would take it. So I don't blame him.
Wasn't it something like it was supposed to be transported to a different hospital and then it just got lost in transportation? Quotation marks.
Because I would have taken it. I don't care.
Well, that supports the whole
Who gonna
two-shooter
stop me?
thing. People,
Mm.
that's how a lot of people look at it. Is there was two shooters. Obviously, I ain't gonna get into all that because that's a
Got
completely
shooters.
different fucking thing. But like Coleman was saying, there's people that think the driver turned around and shot him along with Oswald.
Is there a
And I'm all
video
Because
about
the
it.
footage?
first shot, yeah, I mean, it's not clear. It's fucking 63. But
Still,
like when you shot, whenever
I
the
didn't shoot
first
him.
bullet,
FBI
Whenever
agent,
the
I didn't do it.
whenever he got hit with the first bullet, people were kind of skeptical because you could see his wife turn around and try and climb out of the fucking car, like through the back. And if he got shot from the back, why would she be going towards the fucking shooter? That's why people think it's the driver that shot him.
Okay, to be fair, in a situation like that, you don't really
fair.
think stuff through. You just act,
Well,
you know?
people's excuse was she was trying to pick up his fucking brain.
I mean, she tried to put it back together. It's like Play-Doh. I don't know. Jeez, man. I don't know.
So I don't know, but anyways, like, so why would the government not release? What would their reasoning be behind not releasing the documents? They sure as fuck don't want the world to know that the mob was able to get to a sitting president. And secondly, they don't want anybody to know that the CIA was involved because that would be fucking awful because that would just prove that the government's corrupt. So, just saying.
If I
And then
ran
I got the link
for
for you.
president, would you guys vote for me?
No.
You wouldn't vote for me if I ran for
I'd have to
president?
know about it.
I know
Okay.
What
better
do I
than
get
that.
out of it?
I'm a president. What do you mean?
Yeah,
receive-
nominate
Hello?
for me.
Hello,
What-
I'm
What
president.
would you pass? What laws would you pass that benefit me? What? Yeah.
Every month, Mosetti gets a bottle of Henny. Ralph gets a bottle of vodka. Dylan,
Vodka.
what? Okay, whatever
Yeah,
else you drink,
vodka's
I don't
my
care. Bud
go-to.
Light, I don't care. Dylan, the dogs win every game. I don't know, something like that. Dylan,
Dogs win
you're getting every vote possible. Just
He's about to break.
Let me
the
go
Coke
dig up
machine.
my dead relatives real quick.
No, you have to
Oh,
smell
that's a
them.
conspiracy theory.
That is a conspiracy theory, isn't it?
I'm surprised no one talked about that one.
Nah.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's the truth.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going that far into this.
It's a truther.
But if y'all got any questions about it, feel free. Y'all probably don't because y'all probably didn't listen to 90%
That was my
of
only
it, and I
question.
don't
Would you
blame
guys vote for me? Also, if you had the president's brain in like a case, would you not take it?
No.
Why
No.
not?
Would you go to Would you go
What
to
would I do with the
Disneyland
brain?
to Walt Disney's head?
If I could hold Walt Disney's head, I would do it. If I
Because
could
isn't
hold
there-
him and shake him like a baby, like cradle him, I would do it. I'd hold his head.
Because isn't it like a conspiracy
The
that
snow
they have
globe?
his head frozen somewhere?
Yeah.
I'd
They're
jiggle
gonna
his
like
head in the
unfreeze him
case.
sometime or another.
Snow globe.
So Dylan, do you believe it was just one or two?
I don't know.
I believe it was
I mean,
four
there's-
shooters.
I mean, I've seen the whole shit where the woman in like it was the red dress with the red umbrella or something, or was it black? Like, I mean, there's all kinds of shit. Like that was the signal. Whenever the car gets to that point, is when they take the shot. And I mean, there's a lot of shit on it. I mean, I didn't even scratch the surface with this. It's just what makes the most sense.
See, for me, I don't fully know because I believe the whole where there was a camera, there was a person right behind the camera from when he turned the corner that shot, and then Lee shot. But I don't know because in the full video, there's a ton of shots that go off in
Yeah.
a
Ton of
pretty
shots.
fast pace. And if the weapon they took off Lee Harvey Oswald was a bolt action sniper rifle, he's not
I mean,
shooting 3 shots.
What
that
makes
quick.
the most fucking sense? I mean, why the fuck would some random guy that owns a nightclub, clearly ties to the mob, walks up to the guy and shoots his fucking ass? The only reason I got is to silence him. I mean,
Yeah.
So
that's literally it.
I believe
I mean,
all the
if-
mob stuff, but I don't believe there's more than one shooter. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't
about
think
that.
the driver turned around and said, "Put him up, buddy." Like, no, I don't believe that
I
either.
mean, it's
Put him
fucking
up, he just
possible. I
blasted.
mean,
I don't think he just reached over his shoulder, popped him, and then kept going.
Somebody shot him from the inside of the car.
I
know it
don't
for a
believe
fact.
that.
I was
There's
there.
no chance.
Car
ever.
shot him.
He said,
I was
Car
was
shot
there.
him.
I was there.
how
I
about
seen
we
it happen.
screen share the video real quick?
If you want to,
All right.
bro, I don't believe anywhere, any way that the driver turned around and shot him. I think why
was
can't
people in
it
the front
just be? Why can't it just be one shooter, one, and then after that the mob?
Yo,
Was,
can
I
we
mean,
show
mob
that
was
on
already in
video?
that. Is it already on
Um,
YouTube?
We would have to blur it, but it is already.
If it's already on YouTube,
yeah.
it's fine. I mean, as long as it's not age restricted. But I mean, I don't believe that there was more than one shooter. I think the mob stuff, yeah, that was definitely going on. I mean, look at the time period it was in, you
Yes,
know?
they don't
It's
link
on
to
YouTube.
that.
That's a time.
Oh, it's
period.
The
age
time
restricted.
period. Okay, I wouldn't
it's age
show it
restricted.
then. I mean, if you
Send it
want to
to
look
me,
at
I'll
it, go
watch
look
it.
at it. Go look at it on YouTube.
Send
It's
it
up.
to
You
me.
know what I'm saying? But I
You
mean,
can watch it
Yeah,
after
like
this.
I mean, you can hardly
After
fucking tell because it's just such shit video. But
okay, well, just show it. We'll blur it if I remember.
There's the bullet. Do you believe the bullet theory thing they talked about too?
What bullet theory?
well, see, some guy did a test on that, and I mean, it came out perfectly fine. I don't know if
So, the theory was that
the
it,
bullet was supposed to disintegrate with it, but it was
it
a
was
full
supposed
bullet.
to disintegrate, but it was a full bullet, and then one of them was it went through. I'm trying to figure out a way to say this where we're not gonna get taken down on YouTube.
It's fine. Go for it.
Okay, so he got shot in I guess through the neck or the head, whichever one. 'cause-
Yes, the first
and
was through the
then-
neck, which there's another part of that
and
doesn't
then
make sense.
one
You're kicking him off
that
again.
that same bullet that went through his neck went through the front seat,
The machine
hit the
himself's
guy-
calling me, I'll be back.
somehow in the shoulder, in the passenger seat, and then it ricocheted somewhere else
yeah.
and hit the driver like in the leg or something like that. But
Now-
I just want to know, how would it ricochet off a wrist up to his shoulder and then bounce from shoulder past no vital arteries into the driver's leg?
Bullets are weird, man. They go anywhere. I mean,
They are fucking weird.
they're
but
crazy. It's hard to really, because a bullet, you could shoot it in the exact same place and it could end up somewhere completely different. You never know. Bullets are weird.
Now, what I don't really get about the picture of like how they drew it or whatnot of how the bullet went in, it went in right here and went up and like come out his throat. Like it hit him in the top of the spine. That was the first shot. When they described him as being right here waving to the crowd, looking around, standing up straight. How does a bullet travel like this if he's in the building shooting down? Because it come up, it hit him in the spine and went straight. That's the only thing I didn't, unless this was an entry wound and not an exit wound.
There couldn't have been two shooters, man. I don't believe it.
Go watch the video real quick.
I don't
Okay,
believe
so
it.
Show it.
So hold on. So there's a thing that I found where we could see Jack Ruby shooting Lee Harvey Oswald because CNN
Yeah,
posted
you
it.
can't see shit about.
You get
can't
like
see the
20, we
shooting,
get like
you just
20, 30 views a video. Just pull up the video. Who cares?
But there's also a movie clip.
If
that
you report
we
us,
could
you a hoe.
watch.
How about that?
Well, yeah, let's just okay. So
You
you just want to watch
young
the
boy's
movie?
gonna wake up with young boy in your bed.
You can actually see it in the video of him standing up straight and waving. And then there's a sign right there that blocks off the next thing.
Oh, isn't that convenient? Let me pull up the
Pretty
video
fucking
real quick.
wild.
All right, hold on. Let me. Video is age restricted. Let me screen share it real quick. Give me 1 second, boys. I understand. Wish to proceed. Blah blah blah. Okay. Sorry,
Oh,
this
wait, we
pod,
could just do the
for the people
YouTube
watching on,
activity thing.
for the people watching on whatever it is, Spotify. Come over to YouTube if you want to see all this kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna pull it up real quick.
You probably won't be seeing this, but even for the shit quality that it is, it's pretty fucking graphic, that second shot.
Is it?
Only in slow motion.
Yeah, a little bit.
Am I gonna have to blur it?
Well, it's kind of already blurred a lot, but yeah, probably.
That's when he got shot the first time. Now he's hunched over. And
Jesus!
yeah.
It's that graphic? Yeah, she's trying to get out of that car, 100%. Help me!
Yeah.
Help me!
Wait, how did that dude get on the back of the car?
Yeah,
Wait.
where'd that dude come from?
Huh? Where did that dude come
Wait, time
from?
out. Where'd that
He's
Hold on.
part of he's part of the detail. He's trying to get up there. It's probably one of the bodyguards.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, we're.
Well,
Holy
that's
crap.
getting blurred.
Did that show on YouTube or on the Discord? I'll have to watch through the video. Okay, well, yeah, that's getting blurred.
Yeah, it showed him.
Geez, I didn't know it was that graphic. That wasn't that fast of a shot. I'm gonna be honest. The shots in between that was what, 2? 1, 2? That was like a good 5,
He
6
shot
seconds.
3 times.
Okay, that's enough
Where was the
time.
third shot. Was it between?
It's a bolt action rifle.
Was it between
Still.
the third or the throat and the head? Was it was the
So the first shot
head
came through the
first
neck,
shot?
right?
Yes.
First shot went through the neck.
The second one was
shot
his
Second shot.
head.
hit
like
him
that.
right in the back of the head and it come out. Like,
That was his head doing like that. So the shot, the next shot was after the one we just watched, right? That's enough time to rack
no,
another
the,
shot
The
back.
first shot, I'm pretty sure didn't hit. Didn't hit him. I'm pretty sure the first shot hit the governor in the back.
Okay.
It's what they say on the fucking Google and shit. So
I think there's enough time in between that to rack back another shot and shoot again. You may not have the best aim with it, but I mean, still. I think there's enough time in between that to shoot it.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards with E-Dog.
I mean, that was a lot of time in between that shot, from the first one to his getting shot in the back with him hunched over.
you know
to
that
his head
video is in
blowing
slow
up.
motion, right?
Still,
It says it at the beginning. It's in slow
Still.
motion.
that
You think one shot's gonna fire and that fucking driver ain't gonna haul ass?
I don't know. Same thing. If you were in that position, it's a lot easier to say right now, if I was in that position, I would have drove right then, than to say, oh yeah, I was in that position and I
That's his
couldn't do it, you
job.
know? Still, you
That's his job, to get him the fuck out of there.
so Who
What you
cares?
mean, so he's trained
It's
to do
a lot
that.
easier.
It's one thing
It's
if
a
we
lot
do
easier
it.
said than done. That's always been the saying. Just because he did it differently doesn't mean you would have done differently.
It's
I'm
one
just
thing if
saying.
it's me. I'm like slamming on the brakes. What the fuck just happened?
Well, I
this guy,
mean-
he's trained to slam that fucking gas and get the fuck out of there.
Maybe so, but I mean, just because that's his job doesn't mean that's what he's gonna do. Because at the same
anyways,
time,
that's
there's been
just
people
the-
that sign up to be, what is it, where they do hand signs for people that can't hear and they don't know what they're doing. So at the same time, I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? People that are supposed to know sign language and don't for video purposes, they still get paid to do it. I mean, hey, you never know.
But you got to understand, this is the president of the United States.
It was also, what'd you say, 60s?
63.
Okay. I'm sure anyone
Either
can do
way.
anything they want to at that point in time.
I mean,
Let's be honest. Anyone could do anything at that point in time. At that
I
time,
wouldn't say
a
anything.
GED is the same as a high school diploma and like college and all that kind of stuff. So at the same time, you could do whatever you want to. It's the 60s.
But anyways, that's the second shooter theory. I ain't 100% sure about the second shooter theory.
That's pretty idiotic. That was stupid. There's no chance ever there was two shooters there. I don't believe that. I think as long as you have your gun pointed in the same spot, there's no chance ever you can't rack back two shots, start shooting. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy to think people are good at shooting guns, but
But you also got to think, how far was the distance between that?
I don't know. But as long as you have a good spot to hold your gun and they're going in a straight line from you, it's not that hard to recenter a gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, someone's got to believe me on this,
First
right?
4 attempts, the
Oh,
firers
yeah.
missed the
I'm with
second
y'all
shot.
now.
I was about to say, I'm not the only one.
240 feet.
240
240 feet at 73 meters with a moving target.
But
Yeah,
if you're
it really wasn't
behind
That's
them,
pretty
that
good aim.
fast.
if you're behind
That's
them, then
pretty
all you
fucking
gotta do
good
is do this. That's not much of a change. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to be a good shot and be
a
quick
scope.
with it.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's a sc-
Boom, boom, boom. Like, that's not that hard. Boom, boom, boom.
You think you could fire my damn 3378 3 fucking shots?
That's a
back to back?
different gun. If I had the gun he had, probably.
It's about the same size fucking round.
How big of a round is it?
It's a big fucking round.
What
That
gun?
bullet's about
killed-
hell. I think that bullet's probably bigger than mine.
What gun killed JFK? This one right here. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It's a 6.5 by 52. Carcano Ballistics. I'm assuming it's that one. That's not that big of a bullet. That's a pretty small bullet. I mean, not a small bullet, but it's only a little bit bigger than 5.56, like that much bigger. I mean,
Fucking big bullet.
a 5.56 is only this big. It's only that much bigger, so it's what? That big?
Fucking big bullet.
I mean, it's all right.
That's a. Hold on.
I have to grab one of his elk
Let me go
rounds.
get my keys.
Yeah,
Is
I
he
know he's
actually
gonna
about to go
grab
get a
one of his
bullet?
elk
No,
rounds.
I'm telling you, if you've got, so if I'm aiming a gun like this, right, I'm aiming it straight at you, I shoot one shot, boom. If I have a bipod or something there, that's not going very far. It's still in
Yeah,
the
but
general
that
direction.
gun didn't
You
have a
rack it,
bipod.
either way, if you've got it down on something, you're holding it. You rack it, shoot it again. It's not that far of a change. It's maybe that much of a change, maybe that much. You know, that's not a big change. As long as you're not an idiot and bad at shooting a gun, it's not that hard. There's no way a bullet comes from here, 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 and here. Like, no. The casing of that one looks bigger than the other one.
It's a lot bigger. It has a lot more gunpowder, but the bullet's a lot smaller.
But still, I feel like, no, I don't believe it. I think you, if you wanted
It's a
to,
big
if
fucking
you
bullet.
really tried, you could
For the pe-
100% rack it and shoot it that fast to hit another target, the same target.
For the people on YouTube, that was
doing it
$25 round right there.
Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, come over to YouTube. You'll see a lot more
one
going
round
on.
was $25 right there.
It's ridiculous, man. Bro, I don't believe there was 2 shooters. There's no chance ever. Don't believe it.
I don't know. I'll believe everything until I'm proven wrong. So it's like, well, I'll see their point of view until
I mean, I
something
understand.
fully comes out.
I
But
understand where they're coming from, but I
I
also understand they're idiots. Sorry, Ralph, I didn't cut you off. No, they're idiots. There's no chance ever. People just like to think too much into stuff. That's all there is.
Well, that's the point of
That's the whole point of conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's idiotic. Why can't with the mob ties? I 100%
Alright.
see that. It's the 60s, of course.
Well,
Here, hold on.
2 shooters? No.
And look. In the bootlegging days, there was a group of 25 people that were gunned down by 2 people. And you're telling me they couldn't find the 2 people that done that with ammo casings everywhere, and there's only 2 big mobs in the town at that time. And the only person they could arrest out of that was Al Capone, just because he was the head.
I don't know nothing about that, so I don't know.
It's like,
I don't know enough about it.
All right, check Discord. I'm
This Discord?
putting a pic. Yeah, this one. I'm putting a picture of that bullet versus
Yeah.
the 5.56.
That's not a whole lot
oh
bigger.
my god, yeah, that case.
You thinking that's not a whole lot fucking
It's this much bigger at most. A tiny bit. It's not enough to
Look
where
at the bullet compared to it.
average
it's
versus
that much
above
bigger.
But I hate to be
That's-
this guy, but you're looking at the case, not the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking at the casing.
No,
Bro,
the,
no,
The
the
actual
bullet-
bullet's the
the actual
brat.
bullet
Like
is
the
the
dog
brass.
bite.
Well, that's what I'm
top.
saying. It's that right there. It's it's not going to be enough to where you can't rack it back and shoot it twice. And we're not talking about a 50 cal here. It's that much bigger. That's what I'm talking about. The brown part right
big.
there. It's only that much bigger than the other one. It's not a whole lot bigger. I'm gonna be
Unless
honest.
you just had 3 guns with 1 round in each one.
No, there was 100% one
I'm
gun.
not doing that.
We're not
I'm
going
not
down
making that a
another
theory.
line. This is no.
could've
100%.
had
I'm just saying
one-man
that's a
arm-
big ass
He
fucking.
could have had a one-man
round.
army perk on. That's all I'm saying.
It's a big round, but at the same time, it's not that bad. There's no way it's not to where you can't just go, boom. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're holding it down on something, it's not going to go far. Let's be honest. If you're shooting it, it's not like you're going boom and flying all the way back. There's no
I'm
chance.
sure that son bitch had some kick.
Dylan, you're meaning to tell me if
Hey,
you
all right,
laid
hold on,
down
no,
or laid it down
no,
on something and
no.
shot it, you're going to fly all the way back? I don't believe it.
I never said
We
that. I just said it had kick, but it would throw your sway off.
But you don't think you could, as a man that shoots guns, right? You don't think you could rack a gun and shoot it at the same spot quick enough?
Sniper
No,
that quick
I'm not.
now.
I'm not fucking good. No, I'm not that damn good.
From someone that
To be
shot
fair, he
one
did
rifle and
have
whole
a
lot,
I
I'm
can
little
shoot
willing
it.
that I
training,
could.
didn't he?
I could shoot a still target. I'll shoot it once.
How
and then I
fast were they
slap another one
driving?
in there.
Maybe 15, 20, 30 miles an hour?
I ain't sure.
Because
I
in
wouldn't
that
say
time
20,
that you're
30.
talking about, there's no way he sped up in that amount of time to where you can't rack and shoot another bullet. Like you said, he didn't speed up, right? That gave him what? 5, 10, 5, 3, 4, 5 seconds? I mean, in that amount of time, your brain
They were
registers to where you
going
can't hit it.
11.2 miles an hour. I think after the first.
11
before the
miles
first
an hour?
shot.
And he was what, 200 feet
It
away?
was a parade.
He was 200.
280, I think.
So basically 300 feet away. If you're looking through a
That's a
scope,
pretty
that's like
fucking
that much
far.
of a difference. You just got to go and just aim it. That's all you got. It's not that big of a difference to just be able to go wham, wham, boom.
He's a good shooter.
That okay? Then there's
He's a
one
good
shooter.
shooter.
Exactly.
I never said there was 2 shooters.
Well, that's what we
I
were
s-
talking about. People were talking about 2 shooters. I said there's no chance ever
I'm
there could be
just
2
saying.
shooters. That's how we got on this
Right.
That, I'm
concept.
saying
Same
that
thing.
takes skill to
That's what
fucking
I'm saying.
rack at some bitch, shoot it, rack at some bitch, shoot it,
But-
rack at some bitch, shoot
But-
it.
That's what I'm
Didn't
saying.
he-
That's not hard. From
Did he
300
have?
feet away
He
through a
had
scope.
military training, didn't he?
Have you ever shot anything from 300 yard or 300 feet away?
I'm willing to bet if 300 feet away, it's not that big of a difference. If you're mean telling me if I aim a gun at you right now, 300 feet away, right? I take a shot and you get what, 3
Yes.
seconds to run? How far away are you going to get on my scope?
With that, there's probably not even any drop. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to get after you shoot one bullet, because every time you shoot, you're holding your breath and making sure you hit that shot.
Yes.
So after you do that, you're gonna have to do that, and then hold your breath again, shoot, do that, hold your breath again, shoot.
Yes.
Have you ever done that?
No, but I'm willing. But what I'm telling you, from 300 feet away, even if you have to recatch your breath, no matter how fast they're going, you're 11 miles per hour. That's enough to be able to pull it back and shoot in the same general direction.
Football field, Ethan.
Someone understands this, right? Someone sees where I'm coming from. Someone has to. There's no chance ever there's two different shooters to where 3 bullets goes off. I don't believe that. There's no way ever. That's idiotic.
And we'll never know.
Because it's false. Even the CIA is looking at this going, these guys are idiots, believing that there's 2 shooters. There's no chance ever.
Well, there's no brain.
Good, because I would have taken it too. I would have walked off with that brain and said, these dudes are idiots.
I'm getting this shit out of here before they realize there was 2
years,
people.
they're stupid. Just, I'd be holding that brain like, these guys are idiots.
Well, then why not release everything?
Because they're idiots too. I don't know. What I'm saying is there's no chance ever to where 300 feet away you can't just rack back and shoot another shot. There's no way. I'm willing to bet someone has tested this and proved it. But, I mean, I'm not going to go into it and look for it right now because we're in the middle of a podcast. But after the podcast, I will research it.
There's not enough evidence on either side to prove that there was 2 shooters or to prove that there wasn't 2 shooters. So it's all speculation. Nobody knows. But I will say that the Warren Commission in like the 70s said that there was clearly a conspiracy. Just saying.
Well, there was a conspiracy theory behind anything. You can put a conspiracy theory behind anything.
It was the government that said it.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Man, I woke up and a piece of toast was gone. I wonder who took it. There's a conspiracy theory, you know?
Sorry.
I mean, I'm not wrong on
but
that.
if the government's saying it,
The government
it's
says a
more
lot of
of a-
stuff. You mean
That
tell
is
me
true,
if
but
the
if-
president
but if the
today
government's
told you to
saying
go
that
out
there's
and
a
chop off your leg, you'd be
conspiracy.
like, oh, well, yeah, the government said it. Must be true.
no, I'm just saying, okay, if the government's telling you there's a conspiracy, people are going to think, oh, maybe there's a conspiracy if the government's saying something.
Yeah.
So you
It's
trust
like
the government.
Presidents have been saying shit was going on for forever and no one believed them.
But at the
Until,
same
at
time,
that point.
if I asked you right now, Dylan, do you trust the government?
Fuck no, I don't
So
trust
you
the government.
trust that they said there's a
But-
conspiracy. You have to see where I'm coming
Why?
from. You believe that they say there's a conspiracy.
Why would they
but
say
you
there's a
don't trust them.
conspiracy? Why would they say there's a conspiracy if there wasn't one? That makes no fucking sense.
What do you mean? At the same time, the
There-
government, right, says that there's a conspiracy. Same people says there's a conspiracy. The same people you don't trust. But you believe them on this, but not on this. You know what I'm saying?
It's because there's so much shit that they can't just be like,
But it's
There's
just
clearly nothing
strange
going
that
on
you
here.
believe one thing but don't believe another.
they would rather give somebody a little grain of something than spill everything out on the table. Because if they spilled everything out on the table, it would completely fucking destroy the government.
Who cares?
No one would. Well, we gotta have a fucking government.
Why? If we don't trust them, who cares?
Nobody trusts the fucking government.
I trust the government. What do you mean? They're the government. There's no chance. There's no chance. So, if you don't trust the government, what's the point in staying here?
Trust our government.
Okay, what's keeping you from trusting the government right now? What's the reason? Other than
Sleepy
one
Joe.
conspiracy theory.
The 99 million other fucking conspiracy theories.
Exactly.
Do we have
Things
an
that
office?
can be, may not even be real.
Have you seen Joe Biden?
Yes.
I
Would
understand.
you trust him?
I mean,
That's your government. Hell, his own administration don't trust him.
does he not?
No, they don't.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Everything he says, they're like, disregard what he said. This
He's
is
just the one that
this
got
is what we're
voted
really-
for, so it's like they have
I'm
to.
gonna be honest.
literally
The
the
only
fucking
thing I
puppet.
know about him is he fell upstairs, and that's the only thing I know about Joe Biden.
All you need to know.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
that's
'Cause-
pretty much all you
Oh,
need.
also, Ethan, you better be weary.
About?
'Cause, he's trying to ban like 80% build guns, and a Glock is an 80% build gun.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
I don't know, Glock. What are you talking
need-
about?
That means you need to go buy another one.
I don't
You
What
need to go buy
Glock?
all of them. You need to go buy all of them before he starts getting rid of them.
I need a 19, a 43, a 20. Like, just give me everything. Jesus, man.
Are we going into my next one? My next two? Because I just
We
thought of
probably
one.
should. We're already, what, an hour in?
I'll send you that link to the YouTube video. If y'all want to know more about it, go check out Michael Francis, the
Well,
machine himself.
So we're already an hour in. I was on the phone with Dad for 15 minutes, and y'all were still on the same thing.
Bro, I'm not getting
Okay,
back into
so-
it, but it's stupid. It is.
Okay, I just have a small one real quick. So, do you actually think that the world will go fully electric by 2050?
No, not by
Like
2050.
About
Biden is
2050.
claiming.
Not by
GM's going
2050.
fully electric
But
by
I don't know.
2030.
I feel like they'll realize they're using way more materials and everything, damaging the earth more with electric vehicles than they are with just gas-powered vehicles.
oh, are we talking
don't
about
have the
just
infrastructure
vehicles, or are we
with it.
talking about everything?
Like vehicles.
Oh,
'Cause they
just
want-
vehicles? Probably.
They
There's
want
no way.
vehicles on the world to be all electric by 2050.
Well,
No.
GM sent a thing out a little while back. They told us that they told all the dealerships that GM is wanting to go all electric by 2035. No gas, no diesel, nothing.
I don't see it
I
happening.
think
That's
if it
too early.
keeps
I think.
competing like that, maybe by 2070, not 2050. We're pretty close to 2050. We're already 22. We're halfway there, you know? I mean,
But do you actually think companies would continue to go with it?
Coleman, don't cry. I know, man. I know, man. Already
I
on
just
the-
don't see it fucking
retired yet.
happening for one reason:
Yeah.
gas.
That's,
Those gas
yeah,
companies ain't gonna let that shit happen.
that's what I'm saying.
I'll be
Because gas
gassed up
companies are
shouty.
going to do whatever they can to keep making their money.
I don't know.
They're gonna buy electric stuff.
That's what Michael Francis, the mob boss, fucking did. That was his cover. Gas.
I don't know. I think it could. I don't know. It's too early to tell. I mean, if GM
it
is
could.
already saying that they're going fully electric and no diesel, no nothing, there's going to be someone that still has gas, but not enough to where I'm going to be able to go out and buy a new Mustang that has gas in it. You know, they've already
Yeah,
made the
okay,
Mustang
so
electric,
that's-
right? So
It's gonna be the best time. Gas price is gonna be so low.
I
No, they're gonna be
fully
ridiculous
think-
high.
I fully think that
How the
it
fuck
could
would they do that?
happen, but people would just store like gas-powered cars and just be outlaws, like how,
me.
how
I'm an
people
outlaw.
used to run fucking moonshine back in the day, and that's how NASCAR got started. By the way, if people didn't know that.
really?
Fucking yeah, they would modify cars to run bootleg liquor,
What?
And they decided
That's
we're
it.
gonna race these
Yeah,
suckers.
watch
and they
the
decided
hazard
to race
cheaper.
it, and that's how fucking
That's awesome.
NASCAR got started.
You ever seen Lawless?
Can't say I have.
But see,
Yeah,
I think
Moonshiners.
that everything would go electric, but people would just store their gas-powered vehicles, and then it'd just be a whole scene of
I'm gonna be
time
honest.
to just go race on the street in our gas-powered vehicles, and then just
After boomers are dead, it'll probably go all electric, or at least be towards the process of going all electric. Because I mean, who's gonna keep them? People our age, they don't care. I mean,
Count me
Gen
and the
Z,
boomers
I
in.
do.
Gen Z does not care enough to where we're gonna be like, oh, screw it. I mean, us here, yeah. I mean, gas cars are sick, but
see.
our generation, do they actually care enough to where they're gonna want to keep gas cars over electric?
Hell no.
Exactly.
No.
So that's gonna be the usual. Whatever we're old, everyone's gonna have an electric car. Maybe a couple people have gas, but they're not gonna be like, you can't have a gas car. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be.
Another thing,
Okay,
I
Most
think it
people
would be
don't.
like the manual situation, because manuals are about to die out, and then they came back because now newer cars are coming out in manuals. So I feel like everything would go electric, and then one company would go back to a gas car because they can make it, have more miles than a battery charge, and then gas cars will come back. It's very slowly.
I mean, the thing with manuals is that a lot of companies still have them, but people don't order them. That's why it took me 2 years to find a manual Camaro, because nobody buys a manual car.
Yeah.
People
Have y'all
don't want to
seen
drive
the
them.
shit on the water-powered cars?
They did
Yes,
what
I
on the
want to
water-powered
talk about
car?
that too.
And
Yeah.
then the
So-
fucking they killed the guy. There's somebody else that resurfaced that made one.
A
And a lot of
guy,
people are like, dude,
Water-powered
don't
car?
fucking do this.
a guy made a car he made a motor that could run off water, and it was like 1,000 miles to a gallon of water or something like that.
Mhm.
And then as he was going to go patent it, he got sick, and he just kept saying, "They poisoned me, they're poisoning me, they're killing me." And all of a sudden he just dies, and all that creation is just gone.
Yeah, and the
So
car
no one else
disappeared,
knows.
didn't it?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
car is just gone.
For a water-powered car?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would have been sick.
It would have fucking literally done away with all gas.
Yeah,
Why
we won't
doesn't
be talking
Elon
about
do
electric
something
cars.
like that?
He ain't trying to
Because-
get killed.
Who
He's
cares?
in the ring with all them people.
That guy got killed by. I think the guy got killed by the government, and because
I don't think it would have been government. I think
they're
it would have
making
been
a
like,
ton of.
It would
gas
cost them a
companies,
right? 'Cause you can't-
shitload of money.
Because you
If they
can't
got killed
tax
by the Joe Biden.
water.
we're
I
not
don't,
talking
I don't
about
think the government could tax water
Oh,
how
yeah.
they tax gas. It's like how
Mm.
weed's still not legal in certain
Yeah, you
places.
can't
'cause
really
the
tax
government
water.
can't find ways to tax it.
You set up a
Found a way to
drum
tax
that catches
crypto.
water, and you're like, all right, there's gas for a week.
Can't do that
Well,
in
why they
Georgia 'cause it's
try- they-
illegal to collect rainwater.
Is it
did y'all
really?
hear about
so
that?
much money.
Yeah.
Who gonna stop me?
For personal benefit, it is illegal to capture rainwater in Georgia.
But who gonna stop me? If
they
I
don't need
just
to come in
do
the
it,
backyard
put it
then
in my
either.
basement, what are they gonna do?
And
Did,
It's
well, did
probably
y'all
because
hear-
them chemtrails, all that shit they putting in that daggum rain. Tell you what.
Bro. All right, here's
did
another
y'all hear about
conspiracy.
Well, did y'all hear about the guy in Cleveland that had a Duramax diesel like 25 or 3,500, and he was making his own biofuel or a biodiesel, like taking like vegetable oil and stuff from restaurants and turning it into fuel. And the EPA and the government went after him and sued him and said he can't be doing it no more.
What?
Yeah, he was making his own like biodiesel for his Duramax instead of buying diesel for it. And the EPA and everything came after him and sued him.
You said
Told him he keeps
vegetable
doing it.
oil,
I'm not
right?
surprised.
You said
Yeah,
vegetable
like
oil?
vegetable oil,
Wait,
like
I
cooking
did hear
oil and
about that
stuff.
because he'd go to like restaurants and get their used oil.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
them
and he'd
from
use
dumping
it
it out.
Yeah,
Say
Yeah.
everyone started buying vegetable oil, right? Making their own, like, I guess you said fuel, right, for his car?
yeah.
What
it was
if
in his
everyone
diesel
started
truck.
doing that? They can't sue everyone, you know?
Tell you what, them fucking vegetable oil prices would skyrocket.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
it wasn't
Will they
really
just stop
vegetable.
selling
he was
it?
using like old like
Fryer
like
oil,
used oil
like in a
from
fryer?
Yeah,
Like greed.
yeah.
yeah.
I got you. So,
And he had
Put it on
something he
the
could do that would it would somehow like some kind of chemical reaction, I guess, to turn it into pretty much what the equivalent of like a moonshine still, something like that, to convert it
so
into fuel.
say
you could
everyone
use.
had that and was just making it their own. They can't sue everyone, right? I mean, hypothetically,
Well, I
they
don't
There'd
know.
be a lot
could,
of dead
but-
people.
Yeah, they
Well, I
went
mean,
after 'em
say
'cause
a
they couldn't
whole
tax it.
town did it. At that point, a whole town does it. What are they going to do to stop them, you know?
Drop a fucking nuke.
I mean,
We done.
But at that time, that's more the conspiracy theory. Someone dropped that nuke.
misfire.
Like,
Misfire.
that's more
Sorry,
the
guys, it was-
conspiracy
it was a
theory at that
misfire.
point. That's
It
more
was a
of it. You just
misinput.
proved it.
Misinput.
Yeah.
Speaking
Holy.
of speaking of that misinput, did y'all hear about during the Cold War that Ron Button was hit flying over North Carolina and they dropped a nuke
Huh?
and 4 out of the 5 safety like disarm things didn't work.
What?
And it just got released recently, like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, because there's a ton of them just lost.
Oh man,
random
the
places.
government covering something else up. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They dropped
There's-
it. They dropped it over North Carolina, and 4 out of the 5 safety deactivation things didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, weren't they making the Fat Boy and all those bombs in North Carolina?
They wasn't
They're
making
telling
it
me
at
they
that
dropped-
point.
they
That may be in
dropped-
Georgia.
Well, no, because okay, shut up. During the war, when they were supposed to be nuking Japan, they had a whole facility where they were making bombs in North Carolina. So if you dropped one and it went off in North Carolina, would it not be a huge chain reaction of the other ones
Oh yeah, probably.
in that facility?
It'd be pretty rough.
We'd have no
North
more
Carolina
North
probably
Carolina.
would be, yeah.
We just have Carolina.
You want to go to South? Oh wait, it's not South anymore.
Carolina.
It's just
All right,
Carolina.
Carolina and the big ass crater.
All right, so do you want me to run through my
Got
last
Dusty
one real
Depot
quick?
over here. What's
Shut
up?
up. Shut up. You want me to run through my last one real quick and then we just
Yeah, go for it.
keep talking, or
I just sent the Google thing from that.
Yeah, we'll
that I
go
was
through your
talking
last
about.
one. We're done with government, political.
all right, boys.
Back
ever
to
seen
cartoons, so I
Dexter's
want to cry.
Laboratory?
Oh, yes.
All right, Dexter. That's a good show, right? You know,
Uh-huh.
fantastic.
I love that
So
show.
this conspiracy theory is, you know how in the theme song and the video you see Dee Dee blowing up a lot of Dexter's inventions and all that
Oh,
stuff
God. Mhm.
because she hits red buttons. So there's a theory that Dexter's family was killed by one of his experiments going wrong, and Dee Dee came in, hit the button, blew up his house, but he was the only one that survived because he was in an area, a blast protected area.
Mhm.
He was okay. But he then, made another lab, recreated his whole family, and took whatever DNA and intelligence he had for them and created clones of them. And he's just living his life like normal.
Jesus.
You think there were 2 shooters in that too?
It's 4 shooters.
Because, like, his family, the only person that ever knows about his laboratory is Dee Dee. And she's an idiot. So she
Yeah.
wouldn't tell her parents because she doesn't know what it is. It would make sense as to why he would just remake it, keep her the same level of stupid she already was.
Straight brain
Yeah.
dead.
I mean,
Cold, like, I'm gonna be honest. If y'all die, I can't bring y'all back. I'm not that smart. So if y'all dead, you dead.
You dead, you dead.
You dead, you dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus,
Quality.
man.
Quality, you
And
know,
that's why
thing.
you keep their voice memos, and then you just do the Build-A-Bear thing with the speaker.
Just
in it.
put them
There
all
you
in
go.
teddy bear. If y'all come over and I got
Don't put
teddy
me in a
bears on the
teddy bear.
couch, oh, Cold, like, you're getting a teddy bear.
Don't put me in a teddy. It better be like some really quality dad joke if you do.
Well, go ahead and say one now, so whenever you die, have something put in a teddy bear. Go ahead.
Pumpernickel.
That's going in it. Thank you, Cold Dog.
You'd be like, so Cold Dog, how are you today, Pumpernickel?
Pumpernickel. Just all he says.
that cold dog back at it again.
Y'all come
That's
over and I'm just
Cold
dapping
Dog.
up
That's
a
his
teddy
whole
bear.
catchphrase.
He said that like 4 times so life.
That's his catchphrase.
Okay,
That's
All
how I
right.
like to remember him.
Well,
Pumpernickel, as usual.
said it once every 4 years.
Or Baba Booey.
If y'all come over and I'm dapping up a Build-A-Bear with Cold Dog's voice in it, please just shoot me. Like, I'm crazy at that point.
I'm gonna come back and shoot you.
Yo, you know what we should do? We should do a spam emails where we go to, like, a haunted motel or something.
No,
What do you mean, no? That'd be sick.
no.
Huh?
Haunted motel? Or we just go to an
Yeah.
abandoned location.
I'm down. And we'll
You just
film it.
break into one.
Let's see, we got what? Your GoPro, Ralph's GoPro, mine? We got 3. Split off.
I watched too
Cold
many
Dog, you're on
Mr.
your own.
Ballin videos for all that shit.
We all
GoPros and
got
then
guns?
phones.
What do you mean?
We could just do all that.
No, like people roll up on this abandoned site or whatever and don't realize it's an abandoned nuclear site.
Oh,
Go
okay,
in that
never mind.
shit.
Yeah.
Then
I know what you're talking about.
get fucking rolled and smoked.
Yeah,
Let's
that
go to the
kinda sucked.
abandoned nuclear site.
Oh, that's a good idea, Cold. Like, let's go
24
exactly there.
hours in Chernobyl.
24
Yeah, I don't
hour
know if
challenge inside the reactor.
No,
of
let's just go
Chernobyl.
visit Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Real quick,
Well, aren't
see
those
how
places
that turned
rebuilt
out.
by now?
But I could do it 24 hours on the blast site.
There's still some areas where there's some radiation
24 hour
at.
challenge.
24-hour challenge. If you guys haven't watched the Overnight channel, that would be sick. Something like that. We're just going overnight.
What?
Overnight. It's a channel where they literally go in. I mean, they literally just go into like haunted places. Like they went into the Poltergeist house, like the actual place it started in. They went there. They went into, I think, the Poltergeist house. The neighbor of that house, they were the first people to ever get a like anything out of him. Like actually did an interview with him. He's never done it for any other like channel or like news or anything. And they got the first one talking to him, and then they went in and like did all kinds of crazy stuff. It's wicked. You got to watch it if you haven't already. But that would be
I
sick,
watched
something
it.
like that.
Isn't the
I went to
overnight
sleep.
guys the same one that'll go and like piss off ghosts?
For the
Or is
most
that a
part,
different
that's
That's Achievement Hunter.
Achievement Hunter
I'm
does that.
dancing on your bridge.
And they've been Achievement Hunter. on
Achievement
second.
Hunter
Oh, I
did
love
that.
it.
if you haven't watched that, what do they call it? Achievement Haunter or something like that?
Yeah,
They
I think the whole
went
first
into
season's
the
free on there.
place. Yeah, they went into the place where they say Elvis haunts. And they went in there dressed up as Elvis, like smashing guitars and stuff. I was like, what? It's good. It's really funny. I think that'd be fun to do something like that one day. Or stream it or something, you know? No, if we streamed it, we get stream sniped and killed or something. I'd hate
Hey,
that.
when you said the overnight channel, I thought you meant like the people who go like overnight challenge in the McDonald's
Walmart.
playset.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I went to.
I think Owen was watching it one day. My cousin, he was watching it, and I don't remember what the video was about. They like pretty much said they were doing an overnight challenge, and like they panned past their window. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. You can see it's perfectly daytime. I was like, what? I was like, Owen, go back. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, what does that look like? I was like, look at that window. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, it's daytime. He goes, but it's 3 a.m. I was like, have you ever been in the daytime in 3 a.m.? He's like, no. I was like, okay then. But yeah, those channels are scams. I think that one's pretty cool though. You should definitely check out that one. I'll link it to you guys. But anyone else have any other topics? We kind of been going at it for about an hour and a half. So
Yeah, I got one.
okay.
I don't know.
I think we do one more. Let's limit it to one.
Oh, 2 more.
All right,
No.
what's the
No.
topic of yours, Ralph?
Okay, if they're
I was-
quick ones, go.
Mine's gonna be quick.
Okay.
Like, I already got it pulled up.
Okay, if they're quick, go for it.
Real quick. Let's
You
do
can go,
something
Ralph.
real quick. Bush to 9/11.
I did
Oh,
9/11.
God.
We're not going to discuss that here.
All right, so
I already
run
took
mine.
up too much of y'all's time.
All right,
I
so
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
all right, boys. So the first reported case of HIV and AIDS epidemic was in 1981, and then
God,
there was rumors that they created the virus, or the CIA created it to wipe out homosexuals and African Americans.
I thought
Those
that was
are
from
the
having
two
sex
main-
with monkeys.
That's the two main group that would die from that.
say that.
Wasn't it from
Even though
having sex with
magic-
monkeys? Wasn't that where AIDS originated?
Apparently, that's where it originated, because it says the virus originated in Africa and accusing the U.S. government of manufacturing the disease.
Oh.
So a soldier probably did do it with the monkey.
Don't blame him
Had
up
it.
I
top.
was a monkey.
Had
Oh!
it, came back to America.
Myself.
They found it, and then, but other people insisted that they deliberately injected gay men with the virus in 1978 so they could pass it on and then kill off that whole.
Now, how do they do that?
ain't gonna
Hey, are
deny
you
it.
gay? Here, take this virus. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, are you homosexual? Maybe. Jabbed.
There was a story that Mr. Ballin called. It was like in the 60s or whatnot. Like, it's a fact. I mean, it actually happened with, I can't remember what it was. But they were telling it was in a community. I ain't gonna get into too much of it, but this doctor, he came in and he was like, just come up and we'll give you free treatments for this shit. They went like 40 years doing this shit. And he was like testing their blood. And if they had bad blood, then they were experimenting on them and shit.
Oh, we
It was
got
like
bad
syphilis. It was syphilis and they didn't tell him. And so he was just experimenting with all this shit. And then he was giving them like money or whatnot because money is like money. Like it
Money,
didn't matter.
money.
It was like a few dollars. And they didn't care because it is like a very, very poor community. So he was like getting them in there. They'd test their blood. If they had syphilis, they'd have to come back like every week.
Imagine they offered him a
And-
Klondike bar. Holy, imagine what they would have done.
Holy, I'd sell my soul.
I would have done some stuff for a Klondike bar. You know what I'm saying? A lot more than gave
I
some
have done
blood.
stuff for a Klondike bar.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think one guy ended up they ended up giving him like $50,000 or some shit for like settling. Like I guess he went to some other doctor, ended up going to some other doctor, like fucking 30, 40 years later.
Mhm.
And then they're like, you got syphilis, dude. He's like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, you got fucking syphilis. Here you go, take this. And
Gone?
then so they're like, well, why have I been going to this doctor for the past fucking 30 years? I'm like, that
Oh.
dude's pulling your chain, my guy. So
I do
He
a
got
lot more than
arrested.
pull his chain. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else have any other topics? No? All right, good. Well,
Nah,
then we're going to go
I've
ahead.
kept up too many people.
Already an hour 35 minutes in. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, make sure to drop a like on it, review, all that kind of stuff. Check it all out. Make sure to check out all the boys' links in the description of the, I guess, YouTube video, because I don't know if you can do that
Actually,
on Spotify.
mine. I got a really quality link this
Cold
time.
Dog has a new link, so make sure to check him out.
I got an
Check out
edit
my
coming
Francis
out
too.
soon.
Oh yeah, we
so-
got new content coming out on the usual. We're gonna try and start maybe branching out the spam emails to a little bit different stuff, maybe in the future. So make sure to drop a sub, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys. When do we do these? Every other week,
I
right?
won't see him.
When do we do
every
this?
other
Depends.
Saturday. Pretty
We
much.
do it sometimes. So make sure to drop.
It was
sub.
supposed to be every Saturday, but it's been every
It's
other
been
Saturday
just about
so
every
far.
other. So make sure to drop a sub, leave the notification bell, all that kind of crap on, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by.
So you.